Welcome back to the Deep Dive Sports Podcast. And today I want to talk about inside the numbers of the Super Bowl. Next week, we'll actually dive into the game as far as doing a preview of the game. So I just wanted to have a little bit of fun, and let's go into some numbers of the Super Bowl, and you know, just see have some nice conversation and see what we can do here. So, as I say, we're gonna go into the numbers of the Super Bowl. All right, so here we go. By the numbers, Super Bowl fun fact: the number one, the opening Super Bowl spread was the Chiefs favored by one. I think that spread has changed now, but it opened up with with the Chiefs being a 1 point favorite. All right, let's see. Number two. A fun fact about the number two. Number two, number of times the Chiefs and Eagles has faced each other in football biggest stage. So this is the second time these two teams are met in the Super Bowl. It was a classic game the first time. You know, a lot of people will say the Chiefs got a bad call, but the Chiefs actually won the first time they met. So this is a second time they have met. Number five. So let's see what this number five represents. Five, the number of Super Bowl appearances made by the Chiefs since 2020. That's crazy. I mean, I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, and just seeing that right there just it makes me sick because it just lets me know how far the Pittsburgh Steelers are from probably reaching the Super Bowl. And these guys been there five times since 2020. Wow. The number seven. Let's see. Number seven, the number of game winning drives orchestrated by Patrick Mahomes during the 2004 2025 regular season. That's another crazy number. Um, I mean, everybody know the Chiefs didn't do it in uh, I guess you could say a more impressive way. Went 15-2. Really could have went 16-1 because you remember that last game they didn't play anybody. They lost that game. So you almost saying, and it's crazy because when you look at this team, do they really look like a team that was almost undefeated? But when you got that number 15 playing quarterback for you, you'll get that type stuff. All right, the number 11. The number 11, what does that represent? Number 11, the number of times the New Orleans have hosted the Super Bowl. The game has been played at Caesars Superdome 8 times and at Tulane Stadium 3 times. So basically, New Orleans is the home of the Super Bowl. I guess I've never personally been to New Orleans, but I heard it's a nice party city, and people that I've talked to that has visited New Orleans always say they had a great time and they love it, and I guess the NFL loves it too. 15. 15. Experience in years of Eagles defensive end Brandon Graham, the longest tenured player in this year's Super Bowl. 15-year vet. I want to say he's hurt. So I don't even know if he's playing in this game or not, but to be in the NFL for 15 years, that's that's a it's a blessing because you know how they say NFL stands for not for long. 17, the number 17. 17, the number of playoff wins by Patrick Mahomes. He ranks second to only Tom Brady, who racked up 35 during his Hall of Fame career. And again, as a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, seeing that is depressing. This guy won 17 playoff games, and I think Mike Tomlin haven't won a playoff game in like 8, 9 years. And this kid here already has 17. Depressing, very depressing. 23. So let's see what the number 23 represent. Other than, Michael Jordan, let's see. Number 23, the number of straight up wins recorded by the Chiefs in their last 25 games. Pure dominant. That's just being a dominant team and getting the job done. I mean, there's nothing else you can say. You're getting the job done. 27. What could 27 represent? 27. The number of that's a error there. We're gonna have to skip that one. I don't know what happened there. All right, let's go to this one. 43.1. 43.1. 43.1 percentage of times wide receivers have scored the first touchdown in the Super Bowl. Hey, so for all you bettors out there, I just gave you some good information. So use that information and maybe you can win a couple coins from that. 55. Number 55. 55. The number of players on Philadelphia's roster who were not even in the league when the Eagles won their last Super Bowl during the 2017 season. Wow, that's a lot of turnover. But that's about how NFL teams are. So that's when they always say, the NFL stands for not for long. You see the turnover. I mean, granted, even though most of those guys went on to other teams, but you just see the turnover since 2017. None of these guys that was on this roster now was there then. 63.7. 63.7. 63.7% of the time, the team that scores in the Super Bowl has gone on to win the game. This trend has hit in 8 of the last 13 games. Again, you bettors out there goes something to think about. So 63.7% of the time, the team that scores first wins the game. That's a pretty high percentage. 68 million of Americans who are expected to place at least one wager on the Super Bowl. Wow. And that's why I always say football is king. And that right there proves it. 108. 108. 108. The number of footballs given to each competing team prior to the Super Bowl. 54 are designed for practice use, while the remaining 54 are designed for the game itself. Wow, 108 footballs. So you talking going into the game, you have 54 footballs on each team. That's a lot. That's a lot. 162. 162. Wow. 162. 162 million pounds of chicken wings Americans will scarf down Super Bowl Sunday. That's a lot of chicken. That is a lot of chicken. 4,800. 4,800. 4,800. The starting cost in dollars for single tickets to the Super Bowl 59. Front row tickets on the 50-yard line, meanwhile, will set you back over 45 grand. Man, the NFL, I mean, hey, you see, the average fan has no shot. You have no well, I'm not going to say you have no shot, but you see what it costs to get a Super Bowl ticket, $4,800, and that's probably just a nosebleed ticket there. 45,000 for a front row 50-yard line ticket. Come on, NFL. So, that's pretty much it. I just like I said, I just wanted to go over some, just some little fun numbers, and we'll actually preview the game starting next week, and do, have some stuff going on, and hopefully next Sunday we'll actually get a good Super Bowl game, a good football game, and depending on who you're rooting on, but the Super Bowl parties will be up and jumping, and everybody have a good time. So until next time, take care.